Well, welcome to Walking Football. Okay, who do we have here? All right, a man from down under. Okay, Derek, all the way from Australia. Derek Finch. Hello.
Hi, Dee Dee. How are you?
I am good. I am good. How's the sunshine over there?
No, we don't have sunshine here today, but as you know, Australia is very, very big, so I'm sure there's sunshine somewhere, just that I haven't got it today. Look,
Okay.
it will be a couple of months and it'll be up to 40 degrees, so it won't be too bad.
All right. All right. Well, by the time you come here on 1st September, you'll see some sunshine, I'm sure.
Oh,
Right?
so looking forward to getting some warmth and some sunshine. You're absolutely right. And what a
All
time we're going
right.
to have over there. Two
Oh, yes.
tournaments.
Yes, on
Fantastic. I
land
know.
and on cruise. Okay, but we'll talk about about that later.
Yep.
Okay, I want
Yep.
to know. We all want to know what's happening down under with walking football. Could you fill us up on that one?
Look, we're going great. We're growing. We're doing it despite that we're not getting a lot of support out of the football associations, but there are some areas that they are getting a bit of support, which is great, but we're doing it ourselves. So basically, the players have got together, we formed a federation, and you've been over here, you've seen some of the tournaments. We've got a very big one coming up in November with the Pan Pacific Games, and that'll be a big turnout and be great fun. So we're
All
really
right.
looking forward to it. So yep, it's going well, and hopefully it's going to get bigger and bigger because we're going to be playing lots more walking football in Asia.
Oh yes, yes, definitely. And I love, I must bring up this. We had a fantastic time in April. That was the Hari Raya holidays, I think. And then a couple of us wafas, okay, went over there, for the QUT, right? Queensland tournament and all
University.
that. It
Yep.
was fantastic. I'm telling you, the camaraderie, the bonding, the atmosphere was simply electrifying. I mean, with the competitive side and also the social side, we had so much fun, and
That
I
was
think
a great fun.
Pack is the next one to go, isn't it,
Pan
Derek?
packs will be even bigger. Look, what we must try
Mm,
and do is when we're
mm.
over there, we must try and see if there's a couple of teams who'd like to come over and compete in the Pan packs with
Oh
us
yeah,
because it will be
oh yeah.
bigger and better. It's a 4 day tournament, not a 1 or 2 day tournament like we had at QUT, but a 4 day tournament. So that'll
Oh
be
wow.
great fun. So we can have a chat about that when we're over there, see if we can get some people involved and maybe get some people to come over from various countries and have some Asian countries, like a mix of teams. Wouldn't that be
All
fun?
right. Oh yes, that will
Yeah.
be fun. I was talking to some of them about it. They were asking me about the Brisbane, the experience and all that. I was telling them about it, and I told them I'm going to be there also in November, for the launch of WAFA, Walking Football for Health Victoria as well. So I'm all over, Australia this year. And I intend to do so
We
every
love
year.
it. We love it. You're very
Yeah.
welcome. It's great to have you down here, Judy.
Okay, for everyone's information, okay, Derek Finch is actually the Secretary of Walking Football Federation Australia. They're doing a great job over there. Tell us a little bit more about Derek Finch. Who's Derek Finch, the Sunshine Man?
Oh, the sunshine man. Not today. Look, I started playing football, obviously, when I was very young. Come from a football family. My dad actually was an England amateur international for many years. So I grew up playing football from a kid. When I got to my late teens, I played in what is now the National League in the UK, played there for a few years. But then work got a bit busier and I dropped down to senior amateur and I played rep standard at a senior amateur level for the league and the governing body. Then in the 30s, got a few injuries, gave the game away, didn't play again for 30 odd years, went to visit my brother in the UK. About 2018 maybe,
Mhm.
and he was playing walking football and he took me along and I was hooked. Came back, had to find it, found a team in Adelaide, started playing here and have been playing ever since. And now I play twice a week locally and actually played for the Australian over 70 side in Wales in December last year.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, really enjoying my walking football, and it's got me out there playing. And it's, as you say, it's the camaraderie and the friendship as well. So it's great. But hey, Debbie, tell us a bit more about you because there's
Oh,
going to be people tuning in here who have not heard. I can't believe it, but have not heard of Dee Dee. So tell us about Dee Dee.
Okay, Dee Dee. Okay, I'm actually an exercise physiologist, a nutritionist, a celebrity trainer. I train some of the celebrities. Okay, and then also I'm a research scientist. Okay, with Edith Cowan University, regional head, and academic adjunct with them. International collaborations. That's why I do the things that I do. Collaborating, in terms of research, in terms of getting two organizations together, and then of course promoting the sports and health in the world. And I'm also a consultant for several universities as well. And also not to forget, I was a consultant for University of Malaya, and also their visiting professor. And also right now I'm the elite fellow for University of Malaya. So well, that's a little bit about me. But
A
what
little
I
bit. Didi, how do you have time to do walking football? I
I
mean,
don't
my
sleep.
God. Yeah, I know. Jeez, absolutely shocking. So let's tell the
Yeah.
people that are watching this, because this is the
Right.
first episode in Walking Football TV,
Yes.
and we are going to be talking to people, some famous people apart from
Oh
anything else,
yeah.
and interesting people from
Yeah.
the world of walking football, and not just in Australia and not just in Singapore, but
Yeah.
from many countries across the world. So this is about participation. So let's tell people a little bit about what Walking Football TV is going to be. We're going to be discussing key topics,
Mm-hmm.
for example, maybe the laws of the game, or
Mm-hmm.
increasing participation, or getting isolated groups involved, maybe those with Parkinson's disease, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
more women to play. We want to focus on the benefits, like
Mm-hmm.
why we play. We
Mm-hmm.
want to have stories from people who have got a great story to tell. We show some video clips. Talk to a few celebrities. A little bit more about that in a few minutes, I think. And we'd like to
Yes.
get some viewer feedback. What would you like to see? We'd like to hear from you, and tell us about what you're doing in walking football, because this isn't about me and you. This is
Mhm.
about the whole walking football community. So we want to hear from everyone, don't we?
Yes, yes, definitely. And not only on walking football community, we also welcome, everyone who has not played walking football, who thinks that walking football you need to have soccer skills, number one, or maybe for those of us who feels that, oh, okay, I can play very well, but then I don't want to play with people who don't know how to play football. I mean, it's everybody's encompassing every single skills, whatever skills level you have, whether you're good, you have not played, whether you're very good, we have everyone in our in WFFA as well, all over Australia. That's what you'll vouch for. And again, Derek is an example of that, over 70s, and he's playing competitively. And for us in WAFA, Walking Football for Health Global, okay, that's this is something I started in 2016. And initially, right, Derek, I started it, you'll be very surprised, I started it because I was trying to help a friend. Okay, I did a research in 2008 with the with the support of the Singapore Heart Foundation, and it was about soccer. At that time, it was only about soccer. So I was doing a research on trying to figure out, like, whether 3 times a week of soccer training, fitness training, will help the soccer players, the public, the weekend warriors, we call it, right, the weekend people who play soccer. Or because at that point of time, during that time, there was incidences of death, in people playing football. Just, they play, they run after a ball, and they just drop dead. So and I met this fantastic guy. His name is Musco. All right, very quite a short guy, but he's very agile. He's very good in midfield. He's very good in intelligence, football intelligence, and all that. He plays a lot of football, but in 2013, okay, I met him in 2008. He was one of my participants for the research, and then in 2013 he came to me and he says that, Didi, I need your advice. Okay, what shall I do now? I really can't walk even properly. I can't even button my shirt. And he's just devastated because he loves playing football all his life. And that was the reason why I started walking football, Derek. Okay, first of all, I went to his house because I wanted to find out from his wife, what's going on with this guy. Give him some homework to do. Ask him to pick up towels from the floor with his toes, but he was not able to do that. So I gave him some workout, kind of a mini workout with the toes, and but later on, when I call his wife and I say, is he doing it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2, 3 weeks later, oh no, he's not doing it. He's lost motivation. And then the next one, I said, okay. So I went over to his place again. I saw, some boots lined up right outside his, his bathroom. And then I asked his wife. His wife told me he used to cry every night because he couldn't play football anymore. He couldn't play soccer anymore. My heart broke. And then I said, okay, we need to do something. So I took a ball. I said, okay, must go. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna make you do workout at home with the football. So hopefully that he could actually be more motivated, right? Some of the smaller, movements, the small muscle movements, bigger muscle movements and all that. This time, motivation was a little bit longer, but still it waned off. And then I said, oh, no, I got to get this guy on his feet, in front of me. So I said, okay, I asked the help of the media. We had a great media in Singapore here. So they actually, advertised for walk-in football. And guess what, Derek? Only 10 ladies came in, 9 of whom did not know how to play football. So we have one, a very good footballer. We have 9. So I said, okay, that's all I had to work with. No man wants to come and play walking football because perhaps they think that it's unmacho, not to run or something. So I said, okay, let's just do this research and all that. So you know what I did? I went to see him. I said, Musco, I'm going to put you as a coach of walking football. And he says, no, Dee, I cannot even, run after the ball. I couldn't even kick the ball. Seriously, we put, cones over there. We tried to get him to kick the ball. He would kick, all right, with a lot of thought in it, but the ball would go astray, all over the place, but not hit the cone. So I said, never mind. You just, okay, I'll put you and Zari. Zari, bless his soul. He's with us right now. He's, met Zari.
I have,
yeah. Yeah, great chap. And he has led us from day one until today, which is, 2016 till right now, 2024, and we have grown. Yeah. And guess what? Musco, through all the years, he still couldn't run right now, but he could walk better. He could play walking football, and we were invited to Football Association of Malaysia. Okay, and then for 2 years in a row, and he scored our winning goal.
It just shows you that people can play at any level, and this is walking football is great. You can play it socially, you can play it as a beginner, or you can play very competitively. And I was lucky to play at a very high competitive level. Thoroughly enjoyed that. But you enjoy it just socially as well. It's
correct, great. Derek. And Musco had cervical myelopathy, with the nerves impinging and all that, and couldn't, I think if you look at him from 2008 until to that 2013, he couldn't even button his shirt, and all that. I mean, that's really, really very bad. And
there are so many great stories out there, and there's some great videos, and maybe we'll talk on Touch This with people with Parkinson's disease and other things in future episodes, of the amazing transformation that people have had through walking football and improving health. And I play with a bunch of guys, and everyone is a lot fitter now than they were 2 or 3 years ago. So it's a real testament to how good this sport can be, not only to find your way back into a sport we love, but also to get fit if you've never played that sport. But hey, Dee, what we need to do is we need to talk about the upcoming Singapore tour that's going on. And I think we should have a guest to come and talk to us about that, didn't we?
Oh, yes, definitely. We'll have Lyndsay Thompson in a short while, everyone. So, all the way from Australia, and then we're going to ask her, like, how she started walking football, why is she excited about coming here next weekend. And everyone, I just want to remind you guys, okay, you must meet Derek in person, okay? Now, he was telling you guys about him being in the 70s. Now, I tell you, his energy is not the 70s, okay? I think he's much younger. He's just telling lies now about his age. But I tell you, you guys out there, if you're 40 and then if you're 50, if you're 60, and then you think that, what is walking football? Come and watch how Derek plays it, okay? And then you will get inspired to play, Yeah.
Well, they might get interested. I don't mean inspired. Let's just take it down as a step. Interested. I'll settle for interested. All right.
I'm also excited. Lyndsay is going to come in a short while, isn't it? And what?
Yes, she should be with us. Yeah.
Right. I think you were getting the whole Australian team together, isn't it, Derek? From
Well,
all over
we
Australia.
have. We've got a whole party coming over. We've managed to get a male team and a female team, and then we're going to divide up into two mixed teams as well. So there's a good spread, and they're from right across Australia. We've got people
Mm.
from right across Australia. In fact, we've got one couple coming over who are actually flying in from the UK to come to the
Ooh.
cruise and then coming on to Australia. So we've got a whole mix of people, and unfortunate to have played with a few of these guys before in the Australian national team. So yeah, they're going to come and enjoy it, I can assure you. So we're really looking forward to playing, but meeting some new friends apart from meeting some of the old ones as well. So and we get a whole week in Singapore. What could be better than that? I mean,
Oh,
come on.
yes. We are going to have a rock concert on the 1st of September. Okay, you guys, if you're watching this, okay, we're going to have a rock concert. Come on, walking football, rock concert. Okay, so you see how exciting we can be, right? All right. And
Absolutely.
Moliano, and he's actually from the Love Hunters. Okay, Love Hunters is actually an award-winning, they wrote an award-winning song, which is called Angel in the Night. It's my favorite. Okay, and then we'll get him to play, and then we can jam. Yeah, he's very fun. I tell you, he's a lot of energy and all that. It's all over the place. Woo, can't wait.
Should be great. It should be
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic fun. And
yeah.
is it too late for anybody who wants to come along, or can they still get a
Okay, if
booking
they
in?
want to, we still have this week and next week. Come and join.
We-
Come and join.
Let's put
Okay,
let's
give
let's
Derek
put
a
the
call.
details up. Let's
Yeah,
put the
yeah,
details up at the end of this
yes,
video, plus contact
yes.
details for us. So if people want to
Mm-hmm.
send us questions, they can send questions in. That'll be
Yes,
great.
and then again, if they want to
And
come at the
ideas.
last minute, yeah, come.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, definitely. So right now, okay, we are going to get Lyndsay online. All right, Derek, we are so excited because we have our first guest of the episode. Okay, it's going to be from Australia. It's going to be Lyndsay Thompson. Okay, let's bring her on. Aren't you excited, Derek?
Well, just calm down. Let's have a chat with
Yeah.
Lyndsay. So Lyndsay's coming over with us, and the Australian contingent coming over to Singapore to play in the tournament. So hi, Lyndsay, and welcome to
Hi
Walking Football
guys.
TV.
Thank you.
All
Hi,
right.
Lyndsay.
Okay. So basically, we just want to know a little bit more about you and why you're coming over to Singapore. So we're just going to have a quick chat because we've just been talking about how walking football is open to everybody, whether it's social, competitive, men, women, different skill levels. It's just open. So there's just a little bit about Lyndsay and how you got into playing walking football and what your interest was.
Sure. So I've always loved football. I just stopped playing when I got to a certain age when I didn't want to get injured because I have kids and work and all that sort of stuff. But a friend introduced me to walking football about 3 years ago, and I absolutely love it.
What is it that appeals to you particularly about it?
I think it's the less chance of injury because there's, much less contact. It's much more of a social game than 11-a-side when you're running. There's much reduced chance of getting injured, which I really like.
It's fantastic.
So,
I could just tell that Dee Dee was bursting to ask a question then.
Yeah.
Just there. Dee Dee, over to you.
You're very good at reading me. Okay, now, Lyndsay, who do you normally play walking football with? Anyone in the
I
family?
normally play. No, not in the family. So I play with a social group. Our team's called the Reds when we go to competitions. But we play every Monday night at Logan Metro Football Club. And I play on Saturdays at Cooperoo. So some of the ladies from Cooperoo are coming with me to Singapore, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
So we
How
just
many
already
years?
explained.
Sorry.
Let's explain that Logan is south of Brisbane. Whereabouts is Cooperoo for those people that don't know Brisbane?
Cooperoo's sort of on the edge of Brisbane, so not very far from Brisbane City. Yeah.
Right.
Ah,
Cool.
okay.
Just
How many
trying to
years?
get people there. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So
Derek.
Logan Metro is on an outdoor field and Cooperoo is on an indoor court with nets. So we can use the nets there to play. Yeah. So it's really good. Lots of variety.
So Derek, I think Derek and Lyndsay, walking football can be played almost everywhere, isn't it? Almost anywhere. You can play it on the artificial pitch, on the grass, on like the parquet flooring and all that, right? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
absolutely.
Sorry, go ahead.
We play indoor.
Mm-hmm.
In winter, can get a bit wet and cold, so we play indoor. But
Mm-hmm.
if we can, we try to play outdoor. And when we come up to Queensland, we love playing outdoor because we get outside.
Mm.
Ah,
Yeah. We have
okay.
played at Nissan Arena, which was the parquetry floor. It's really good too. Yeah.
All right, all right.
Cool.
Lyndsay, how many
Mm.
years have you played walking football?
For around 3 years now. Yeah.
I was just going to say that, after 3 years, you're just beginning to get into it now, but no, seriously, you wanted to come over to Singapore. So tell us why you wanted to come to Singapore, because I know you were desperate to come over. What really appealed to you about coming over and playing this tournament that we've got with 16 teams across 3 continents coming together to play some walking football? What is it that dragged you into this?
I think it was the idea of playing in Singapore, but also on the cruise. But I've been following Dr Dee for a while now, and I love how passionate she is about walking football. And I really love the
Awesome.
opportunity that anyone could go, which I thought that's great. You don't have to qualify. You can just go if you really want to go. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not like an international selection or anything like that. This is
No.
about coming and playing for the sake of playing and enjoying it. And I'm sure that it will get a little competitive when we're out there, because nobody who plays walking football doesn't get a little bit competitive about scoring a goal. But it's
No.
not going to be ultra competitive playing an international team or anything like that. So it's open to everybody. And I know that's, you mentioned Dee Dee's enthusiasm. Walking Football for Health is about everybody, and they have families playing from young kids right up to grandmas, and that's what's so great about this game. You can play at so many levels, and of course we're going to have a land tournament, and then, as you say, we're going on a cruise, so it's going to be a really good social occasion for a whole week in Singapore. So that's fantastic. Okay.
Yes.
But if the ball goes over the board, I'm not going to get it.
Oh, well, please don't. we
No.
we want we don't want to miss anyone of the members in
No.
walking football team. We cannot, with the whole team cannot play walking football. If you
No.
go and swim, to Thailand.
No.
All right, so we'll get you there to Phuket, safe and sound and all that. And the wonderful thing about this is that, okay, not only are we playing on land, we are playing on the cruise as well. And then there's 2 cups to be won. And then again, on top of that, we actually enjoy ourselves because, okay, on the cruise and all that. And then we get to disembark at Phuket as well, so we have a lot of fun as well, so it's like, it's like a holiday, like walking football holiday thing, and you get to play a lot, I'm thinking for the whole sort of 4 days.
I don't think it's ever been done before, Dee Dee. I think this is a world first, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
so.
It is the
So
world first.
we're groundbreakers. And the thing
Yes.
is, and for those that are trying to work out how we can play on a cruise ship, they have a basketball court which has a net over the top.
Brilliant.
So we can get the goals up there and play on the basketball court, and that's what
Yeah.
we do
So
every
good.
Wednesday. We play on basketball.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually, if you go into Genting Dream Cruise, that's where we are going on. They actually use that basketball place as a soccer playing pitch as well. So if you see, they will describe it as a basketball slash soccer pitch as well. So people play soccer on that pitch as well. So it's good. And I was there to check it out, to make sure that everything is good. And although I can't wait to go on there again, with all our walking football, families, all over the world, so it's fantastic to have you, to be, with all of us, you guys from Australia, and then there's many of us and all that. So, okay, one of the other things, okay, what do you, apart from playing and all that, what actually drives you to come back again and again to a walking football training, Lyndsay?
I think it's the social aspect. Like, I've got so many beautiful friends that I've met through walking football. Like I went and played in New South Wales at the start of June, and I met some other people who are coming to Singapore as well. It's just such a social, friendly environment that everyone is so nice, and everyone has the same, mission for health as well as walking football. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. And on top of that, I mean, because when we are playing walking football as well, what we are also training is our health and fitness related
Mm.
aspects as well, fitness related aspects. So basically, I think as we grow older, I think that's a very important aspect that we have to take care of, isn't it? I mean, when we talk about stability and balance and coordination, reaction time and all that, I think if we don't do it, we lose it. See, that's the thing, So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and how fun to do it, right? In walking football, you don't even have to. Some people, one of our members, okay, she came into walking football because she said, I don't like to exercise. I just like to play games.
Mm.
And in walking football, it's like, it's games, is the competitive thing as well. It's challenging yourself and your friends and all that. So that's
Well,
Yeah.
it's the
yeah.
buddy system, Dee Dee. It's
Mm,
well known that if you're going to go and train with others, because you actually then
Mm.
encouraged by the other people. So your buddy is encouraging you on. And
yeah,
walking football is the ultimate buddy system because you've got a whole
yeah,
team to play with. So therefore, you're
yeah,
turning out not just for yourself. You don't want to let your team down by not going. Oh, they won't have enough this week. I've got to go there. I've got to play. And you
yeah,
get there and you have really good time. Oh, I'm glad I
yes,
came out, and you make new friends
Mm.
and everything we've talked about. So it
yes,
is. I think what Lyndsay said is the social drives the
yes.
whole lot, whether it's playing socially or playing competitively. The
Mm-hmm,
social
mm-hmm,
aspect drives the whole thing. And anybody that's
yes.
played football in a team will know
Mm-hmm,
that team bonding is so important. And there's something in the
right.
work environment that often used teamwork as a way of
Mm,
expressing how you can work better, and the synergy that comes out of a good team is far
yeah,
more than the work of the individual. So there's
yes.
lots of
Very
learnings for
true.
life in
Mm-hmm.
walking football.
Yes, very
Yeah, there's no
true.
I in team.
Yeah. That's the we, WE.
Mm.
And the
So,
us,
so,
Exactly.
US.
so,
Absolutely.
Lyndsay, so this is the
Yeah.
first time you come to a walking football tournament in
Mm-hmm,
Asia. Do you
mm-hmm.
think that this is
Yes.
going to be the first of many? Do you think that this is something that you'd like to do more often?
I think so, definitely. Like my husband's coming with me, and he's so excited. Like he doesn't
Great.
play walking football, but he's excited to come to Singapore and spend the time and watch it. He comes and watches the games around locally, but he's so excited. And I think the more places we go to, the more he'll enjoy as well. So it's really good. Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
Fantastic.
Derek and Lindsay, I think from your team in Australia, you even have a very young boy. I think Sean Trim. I think mix
Nick
son,
Son's
right?
coming over. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
He's going to
Yeah.
come over and he'll be very welcome. And it just shows you how you can
Yeah.
spread right the way across all age groups.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think for your team, right, we see a variation of ages. I think from 14 all the way
Well,
to
I'll
70s.
let you a secret, Dee Dee. We
Yep.
actually
Yeah.
wanted him in the sides to bring the average age down.
Average age. Yeah, the average age is 21.
We wish.
Seriously, I'm so excited. Listen, what do you think about when we come together, because there's going to be the Japanese here, the Japanese team's going to be
Yeah.
here, Korean team's going to be here and all that, and Pakistan as well, and what do you think,
Wow.
the interaction with people from all over the world with different cultures, what do you think?
It probably seems stupid, but I always say football is like the international language. Like everyone speaks football, like
Mm,
you
mm,
guys came to Brisbane when we were at QT, and it was just beautiful. Like we all talked to each other. I think we helped each other in our teams, we filled in and made spaces. Like I think if you can play football, it's just another language. So to me, it's coming together and having a good time.
it's beautiful, it's
You
beautiful.
don't
Yeah.
have a language barrier in football, do you?
No, absolutely
No,
not. Absolutely
no,
not.
definitely. I can vouch for that. When I went to Korea and when I went to
Yes.
Japan, okay, we have a little of a language challenge, so there's only one person who knows how to speak English in Korea. I mean, the team I
Oh
went to.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then also in Japan, okay, I think there's one basically who can speak fluent English, but the rest a little bit here and there, and but the walking football just went on, and we had a great fun and all that. Nothing took
Mm.
away, even the fact that we couldn't converse in each other's language, in that sense, right? Fluently or anything, didn't take anything away from walking football. The enjoyment, it's a beautiful thing. I tell you, I think,
Absolutely.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I've just realised that Dee Dee actually speaks Italian as well. because she keeps on using her hands
Aw,
to so you know,
Yeah.
multilingual.
The language of love, you know, they say it, right?
yeah.
I mean, well, I mean, we're talking about walking football, and it's also a language of love, I think, because we get everyone together, regardless of their age, their genders, their ability, their skills, you know, their ethnicity. I mean, it's a language of, you know, the world. Basically, we get the world community together,
It's
and
the world game. It's the world
yeah,
game, and
Absolutely.
it's opening
Yep.
it up
yeah,
to people that don't actually play at the moment but
yeah,
would like
yeah,
to play. So that's the beauty of
yeah.
it. And when you think about it, that
100%.
market, and let's
Mm-hmm,
talk about it in commercial terms, that
mm-hmm,
market is
yeah,
huge
yeah.
because all the people that used to play football, who don't play
Mm-hmm,
football, just
mm-hmm,
watch,
Yep.
now they
mm-hmm,
can go and play again. And it
yeah.
amazes me how
Right.
governments and governing bodies have not worked out the
Mm-hmm,
amount of money that can be made and driven into this sport, not only from cutting health bills, but also participation and promotion and all of the things that are linked to that. It will
mm-hmm.
be enormous because any
Yeah.
company that's got their head screwed on is going to say, I could market to that group because that demographic is going to be
Mm-hmm,
so huge and nobody's in that
Mm.
space. So hopefully a few people will actually watch this cast and say,
mm-hmm.
maybe that's something I want to get involved with. Well, we want to hear from them as well. Maybe they come and sponsor
Mm.
Walking Football TV, Dee Dee?
Yeah, why not? And again, I think you
Absolutely.
know, Asian, right? I mean, we always think about UK, right? That area over there. And I think from what I've seen from the time when we started walking football for health in Singapore, over there is very all you know, it's all how should I say, established and all that. I think they've been there a long time, isn't it? But ours here, I had to bring it into, you know, in 2016, when I first started the 10 lady group, right? And then I had to launch a multi-generational walking football, you know, in a very big festive occasion, okay, to get the multi-generations, to get the families to come in. Then, only then do I get the men to come in, you know. So it's a very you know, a challenging journey for me in Singapore here. And
Mm.
I noticed that when I brought this, and again, to make people realize that, hey, there's walking football here, I had to bring it over to even Malaysia when I launched it in you know, over there with Bernama TV. We had it on all the television, no, RTM television and all those kind of things, you know. So over here in our areas here, okay, it's a little bit slower than compared to the England side or the UK, United Kingdom side or something. But
And Lyndsay,
yeah,
so
mm,
Lyndsay, you'd be a good one to say this. Over in
mm,
Australia, it's been the other way around. It's the guys that started off, but the women are now catching on to
Absolutely.
it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. There's definitely more and more ladies coming every week to social comps. It's so good. And we have ladies going,
mm,
I've never played football in my life. We have people who've played, you know, representative, and they're coming and really enjoying their walking football. It's
mm.
lovely. I love it.
Oh,
Good.
beautiful,
Excellent.
beautiful.
Now
Can't wait for you to be here.
we need to move on
Yeah.
because we've got a very, very special guest coming up. But I'd
Mm-hmm.
like to say
Ooh.
a huge thank you to Lyndsay for coming on and having a chat with us. And I see it's beginning to get dark, and you probably want to go and kick a ball around as well, I would think.
Yeah, I am. I'm looking
Oh,
forward
yeah.
to it.
Absolutely.
It's the best thing
Great
about today's
stuff.
walking football.
Well,
Well, Lyndsay,
All right.
okay. Remember something, Lindsay? Okay, just when you go over there, try to snap a photo and send it over to me. Okay, can you do that?
Right now.
Yeah,
Tonight?
why
I'll
not?
check on Facebook.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
tag me on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
All
See
right,
you guys. See you
everyone.
and
next
we're looking
week.
forward to seeing you in Singapore in just under 2 weeks' time. So fantastic,
Yeah,
Lynn.
next week. Next week.
Thanks for spending some
Yay.
time with us and talking walking football. So thank you.
No
Thank you,
worries.
Lindsay.
Take care,
All
guys.
right.
See you.
Bye bye now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Right now we have a very special guest from more than halfway across the world from where I am in Singapore. Okay, he's from Portugal. Okay, walking football Portugal. So let's bring in Dr. Louis Jacob.
Hello, everybody.
All
Good
right.
morning.
Yes.
I,
Hello,
I think in
Louis.
Singapore is good afternoon. Here in Portugal is really good morning.
Okay.
It's always a
he's,
good morning in Portugal, from my memory, from when I spent holidays
Yes,
there. It's
yes,
always a good morning. Yes.
It's beautiful.
yes.
It's
Very
beautiful.
good day with a lot of sun.
Yes, very true,
Beautiful.
very true. Lovely, lovely. And Louis, okay, with Louis, tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, I started with walking football 5 years ago. It's not my area. I am not a sportman. I work with seniors. Seniors is my expertise. Um, 20 years ago, I created the network of seniors universities in Portugal. Now, with one, now we have more than 400 senior universities in Portugal.
Wow.
Almost uh, 8,000 teachers, all volunteers, and thousand of seniors. And 5 years ago, Benfica is a team in Portugal called me to create walking football Portugal, and since there we have now almost 100 teams in Portugal. The rules
Wow.
are a little different because we play without a goalkeeper, but the idea is the same. Put everybody walking football and play and have fun and so on. So the
Mm.
rules are different, but the idea and the goals are the same.
Wow. Derek?
So absolutely fantastic, though. So you say you didn't play football, but why did you pick on football, as in walking football, as the way that you were going to develop it? What was the driver to end up with this sport?
Well, I play football like not a professional way. I really like play football um, in my free time. Well, because in the senior universities we do a lot of activities.
Mm.
We have classes, we have sports, we have arts, traveling, a lot of things. But we didn't have a plan, a project really nice in sports. Because what the seniors do in the senior university is walking, is gym, swimming, more or less. We don't have a collective sport, we can say that.
Mm-hmm.
And when they show me the walking football, I knew it. Okay, this is for our senior university. It can be great, and it was
Wow.
because when
So,
I
so
introduced,
I was
yeah,
I was just going to say. So, what were you the key benefits that made you pick that? So, and I probably know the answer to this, but what would you think with that demographic? What were going to be the key benefits to those people taking up this particular team sport?
I think we have four great ideas why walking football is so good for the seniors. First is fun. Okay, I think that is very important because in Portugal, people in general don't do export. It's not like Australia. It's the
Mm.
opposite. We don't do any kind of exports, and the seniors less, of course. So one idea: the sport has to be fun, and walking football is fun.
Yes.
Second one, in Portugal, everybody like football, normal football.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
easy. Yeah. So it's easy to explain to the humans, okay, you can play football. The other thing, it's good for our health. Okay. And
Mm.
we always say that. It's very good. And I wrote some papers talking about that, and I have made some studies about that. So it's good for health. And the other thing, and I think it's really important, you can make part of a team. You can use the same equipment, you can use the same jersey. So you are now part of a team. And I think that is very, very important. You are not alone. Because in the senior
Mm.
universities, we have group of theaters, group of sing and so on. But now you use the same jersey. You play by your team, by your senior
Mm.
university. And I think it's very good to make uh, team building and so on.
Mm.
So I think these four facts is the most important why we have so many teams of walking football.
Right. And I think
That's a fantastic analysis. That I think that's great.
yes, fantastic. I mean, it's a fact that with the research that we've been doing and all that, that walking football brings people together, communities together, and then take them away from isolation. Right, especially when we talk about seniors, right? They tend to, have, particularly depression if they are alone. If they stay
Yeah.
just on their own and all that. I think walking football is fantastic for that, isn't it?
We have things that I think are very interesting. Most of our players never play football, never played. So it's the first time for our players, and I think that is very, very nice, because in other countries, the most part of the players are or was
Footballer.
professional or almost professional players. In Portugal, no. We have only 10% of our players somehow play football. They are really new players, and that is very good.
Very
And we have,
interesting.
also, it means that we can put people make sport that normally don't play. So it's very important. It's a new persons to sport. And
Yes.
the other thing, in 10 for are women, and for us that is very, very important.
Right. Right.
And the age, our players have some age, 69,
Ah.
69. That is the average of our players, so they are
Ah.
not young. So I
Okay.
think
You'll enjoy playing against us because we're of a similar age when we come over to Singapore.
okay, right.
Believe me, and in fact, I play on a Wednesday, and the average age of that group is 70. So,
Wow.
and you wouldn't believe it from seeing the guys running around not running around, walking very fast
Walking around.
around.
Yes.
Walking very fast around on the pitch, and I'm sure it's the same with you over there. And that's what it is. It's a global game. I mean,
Yes.
football is
Yeah.
the world game. It's
Yeah.
globally recognized. It's known in every country. So it becomes a language beyond language. So everybody
Right.
understands. And I can remember going on football tours to Spain when I was young, and we were playing games there, and no one spoke English from the other side, but we still had a great game and
But it is
enjoyed it.
not necessary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Lewis, what are you excited about? Singapore. You're just gonna meet me here in Singapore. You're gonna meet Derek here in
Yeah.
Singapore just next week, a couple of days away, like less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you excited about?
Well, first, I never was in Singapore and Malaysia, and
Yeah.
Thailand, so everything is going to be new
Yes.
for us.
Fantastic.
That is very
You'll love it.
exciting.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
I think so. I see some photos. I think so. And the other important is to know other kinds of games, other kinds of person of organization. I was in Manchester some months ago with the International Walking Football meeting, and it's very nice to show and learn different ways, not the rules, but especially the organization, the teams, and so on. So there is very important to me to learn more about other teams and other kind of organizations, because there are some difference. One of
Yes.
them I know is very special in Portugal is food.
Oh
Okay?
yes. 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 And
Well, you do
something, you
realise-
guys.
It's
You
impossible
guys?
for me
Yes.
to do a tournament without food, without a very good lunch.
Yes,
Louis,
It's
definitely.
impossible to give a sandwich or something. It's impossible.
Singapore has two national sports. The first one is shopping, and the second one is eating.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so great.
On Monday,
No,
I'm
for example,
preparing.
in England, the game start at 9 and finish at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. without breaking time to lunch. Okay, in
Wow.
Portugal, it's not possible. Our tournament will start at 10, finishes at 1 p.m. Then we're going to lunch until 4 o'clock. And then, so there are little difference that I like to know and to learn with that.
You know, Luis, I think I love to come to Portugal, you know, because I think the food break is very long. I love it. I love food.
Yeah.
And I promise you guys, both of you and all the teams here, I'm going to bring you to eat Singapore pizza. Okay, it's called
Okay.
Singapore pizza. Okay, then you tell me when you eat it. Okay, does it look like a pizza? Does it taste like a pizza? So I'm just gonna bring you there. Okay, Singapore pizza. One of
It's
the
like a
things I'm
pizza,
gonna.
takes the pizza, but it's
Yeah.
not a pizza.
But it's not. Does it look like a pizza? But it tastes like a pizza. So you have to tell me when I
But
bring
it's
you
not a pizza.
it. Yeah, correct. And again, don't forget, guys. Okay, we are going to celebrate Dee Dee's birthday as well. I'm just gonna put it in.
Yes, I have a
Oh
gift
no.
to you.
Oh, awesome. All the way from Portugal, man. And also in Australia.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just joking. You know, I'm so excited for you guys to be here because like I told Derek earlier, I said we're gonna have the rock concert while you play walking football. That's gonna be a first experience for many. And then I think we will also go on cruise to play walking football. That's the first in the world for all of us, you know.
Yeah.
And I think I agree with what Louis said. I think you will meet many organizations, walking football organizations from the world. You know, we have like Japan and Korea, and you know, and the things that they are so different, isn't it? Cultural wise,
Yeah.
right? Culture wise, yeah. So that's a good place to meet. You know, it's like, you know, very, very exciting. Derek.
All we've got to do is get all the governments on hand, because
Yeah.
if we just got walking football across the world,
Yeah.
then all of the problems across the world would go away, because everyone would be so busy playing walking football they wouldn't have time to argue with nation to nation, and it wouldn't be a problem.
Yes, fantastic. Louis, okay, as a, you know, like before we sign off, okay, tell the viewers and people that you will see next week in Singapore, what's your message to them?
Be happy. Have fun to play walking football.
Yeah.
Louis, looking forward to catching up with you in a week and a half's time, and with all the other walking
Yeah.
footballers for a fantastic time. So really looking forward to it.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
me
very
too.
much, Louis. Okay, we love having you on the show. Maybe the next time
Sure.
we are going to invite you again. Perhaps we can talk about research that we are doing with walking football. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good subject. Good
Yes.
subject to have for a future
Yes.
episode. That, yeah, be
Yes.
fantastic.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Louis. See you
So,
soon. Okay. Have
goodbye.
a nice flight here. Bye bye now.
Bye-bye. So, Dee Dee, that's been a fantastic episode. First episode of Walking Football TV. Great fun. Hopefully we've got a lot of people interested in walking football who'd never heard of us, and hopefully there'll be a lot of people out there who do play walking football who want to know a lot more and would like to get more involved. We'd like to hear from everybody, obviously. If people got ideas, stories they've got to tell, questions, they can just contact, and we'll put up the contact details. But we're going to do this on a fairly regular basis, hopefully, and we'd like to have lots of things and content, and we have lots of people to interview. So yeah, it's been fantastic fun. So I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh yes, I enjoyed it tremendously. It's the banter, the laughters, you know, I mean the sharing of stories, you know, everything comes together for Walking Football TV. And you know, we welcome everybody, okay, wherever you are out there in the world, okay, whether in the morning, in the evening, or in the nighttime. We'll see you again the next episode of Walking Football TV.
Bye-bye.
Good morning from England. It's Stuart Langworthy here, Director from the Walking Football Association and Manager of the England Over-60s team. Just a quick message to say congratulations, Dee Dee, and to Mr. Saktiandi, the Member of Parliament, for this wonderful thing that you're doing with walking football over in Singapore. The tournament on the land first at the beginning of September, and I gather there are something like 7 or 8 countries involved, which should be fantastic. And then this wonderful idea of playing walking football on a cruise ship. I really hope the sea is not too bumpy and wild for you. Otherwise, you're going to be getting through lots of footballs. But I hope you have a fantastic time. Dee Dee is our the FIFA representative and director for Asia, and it's great to see you doing some wonderful things down there, Dee Dee. And we really hope that we can support you when you run the Asia Cup in spring of 2025. So we're looking forward to that. And we're sorry we can't be there in person this time, but I know you're going to have a fantastic time. So really enjoy it, and looking forward to seeing the reports and supporting you with your wonderful trip. All the best.
Hello, my name is Paul Carr. I'm president of FIWA, the International Governing Body for Walking Football. Just like to congratulate Dee Dee on all the work she's been doing for walking football in Asia, and obviously Singapore specifically. Good luck with your splendid sounding cruise and concert and land tournament. It's first, world first for walking football. Hopefully there'll be many more that we'll be able to come to. Couldn't come to this one, unfortunately. Thank you to Mr. Sakiyandi, Member of Parliament, for all your support, and to the Singapore FA, of course, for their help as well. Things are going really well around the world. We've got the World Nations Cup coming up with a record number of entries. Singapore will be there. Obviously, many Asian countries will be there as well. So it's exciting times around the world. And Dee Dee has been doing a wonderful job as our Director of International Development over the last 5-6 years, I think it is. And long may it continue. Good luck. We hope to see you soon.